let's duel. Got to be the right answer, Matt. You know that. Yes! Any wrong answer is the end of the game for you. If it's C, you've won your second duel. Yes! Well done. Our first cash winner. Somebody's going home.
Oh, no.
It is C. Well done, Fran. First duel. Fran, you've got one chip. You still have a chance of winning the jackpot. Welcome to Duel, and to this, the Duel Arena, where after just 1 week, the jackpot has already grown to a massive £155,000. Last week, our first winner, Matt, chose to walk away with £10,000, and at the end of the show, we left Fran nearing the end of her second duel and the chance to do the same, if she wins it. If she does, she might choose to risk it all and go on to fight the 4 duels she needs to take away that jackpot. But for the moment, her opponent, Donna, stands in her way. Let me explain the rules very simply to you. Both players get the same question. Both players have the same 4 alternative answers. At the beginning of each duel, each player has 10 chips. They use these chips to cover the answer that they think is correct. If they're not sure, they can play extra chips on any of the options they think might be right. To stay in the game, they must put a chip on the correct answer. If they don't, they are out and their opponent wins the duel. It's as simple as that. They lose those extra chips played on wrong answers, and each one adds £1,000 to the jackpot. So they need to play with caution or will run out of chips very quickly. As extra weapons, they have 2 accelerators, which, when played, give their opponent just 7 seconds to answer and will hopefully force an error. Now, Donna, you've got how many chips left? 3 chips left. At the moment, you work in wallpaper, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
And you're actually wearing some tonight, which
yes.
I'm very impressed with.
Yes.
You think you might give up that job if you win the big jackpot?
Who knows?
Well, who knows? You're going to find out. You're going to find out soon. And Fran.
Yes, mate.
Fran, of course, famously is a homicide investigator.
I am.
So
yes,
used to the pressure, are you not?
I am, yes. I've decided I'm going to adopt my cool, calm and calculated disposition.
You're looking very cool, calm and calculated. You've got 1 chip. Yeah. You need to be cool, you need to be calm, you definitely need to be calculated. You're going to have to get the answer right every single time. So, this is the situation. Donna, you have 3 chips and 1 accelerator. Fran, you have 1 chip and 2 accelerators. Donna, you're on your first duel. Fran, you're on your second duel. Donna, Fran, let's duel. And here is your first question of this programme, the next question in this duel. Which sport takes place in a velodrome? A, cycling. B, squash. C, speed skating. Or D, curling. A velodrome. Cycling. If you press the accelerator before you lock down. Accelerator's been played by Fran. There's only 7 seconds in which to play. That's the 7 seconds up. Fran, you wasted an accelerator there, I'm afraid. You played an accelerator before you locked down. You have to lock down first, then you lock down and played the second one. So 2 accelerators. You've got to hope that you panicked her, haven't you?
Quite possibly, but she's got a very calm
She's
exterior.
got a calm demeanour, hasn't she?
She has.
She has.
So I don't know whether I've ruffled the feathers or not.
No. How many do you think she's played, Fran?
2.
Let's lose the screen. She has indeed played 2. If the answer is cycling, you both stay in the game. If the answer is speed skating, you have won your first duel and Fran is out. The answer is... The answer is A, cycling. You're both still in the game. But, Donna, you lose a chip. That chip disappears. And the jackpot goes up to £156,000. 2 chips Donna has. 1 chip Fran has. Let's have the next question. Which British monarch reigned from 1910 to 1936? A. George V. B. George VI. C. Edward VII. Or D. Edward VIII. Only that 1 chip to play, Fran. You've got to get it right to stay in the game. If you bite that lip any harder, Fran, you're going to bite it off.
No.
Worried.
Very worried.
Couldn't resist it. Fran's locked down. Very interesting from where I'm standing. Very interesting. I'm going to tell you something. Donna has played both of her chips. It's going to be very interesting to see if you played in the same way. But we have to go to a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Duel, where everyone at the table is trying hard to keep their focus. Right, ladies. Donna has played both of her chips. You have obviously played your 1 chip. Somebody's out.
Oh, dear.
You might both be out. If the answer is C, if it's Edward VII, both of you are out of the game. Edward VIII or George V means that Donna has won her first duel. George VI takes Fran to her second duel and a cash reward. What are you thinking at this moment, Fran?
Oh dear, I just don't know which way to think at the moment.
Are you confident?
I have to be honest and say no, not at all.
B, you've won 2 duels. You've got at least £10,000. Anything else, you're out. Which British monarch reigned from 1910 to 1936? It was A, George V. Well done. Well done, Donna. You've won your first duel. You're on the way to the jackpot. You're still in the game. Fran, if you'd have got that right, it would have been £10,000. At the very least, you've played very, very bravely. Well, sadly, you know the way it works. 1 mistake, you're out of the game. Right. You've made that 1 mistake, and sadly, you are out of the game.
All right, thank you very much.
Donna's on her way to the jackpot. 3 more duels and you've won the jackpot. At least £158,000, and definitely substantially more than that, I would have said. What we need to do now is to find out who you are going to play in your next duel. You need to choose them, and you need to choose them wisely. So here are your options. We've already seen Alan, who's 56 and a porter. Fran didn't like the look of him. She was a bit worried about playing against him. Kia, 43, a sales manager. Again, one that Fran dismissed. And our new potential duelist is Danielle, who's 24, and she's an internet buyer. So who do you want to be sitting opposite you?
Just looking at Kia, he's a sales manager, so possibly good at geography. He looks like he gets about a bit to me.
Does he?
Yeah. Kia. And Alan, porter now. What was he in a previous life?
We don't know. Maybe he's always been a porter.
And Danielle, can anybody be that good-looking and intelligent as well?
That's for you to decide.
I think I'll go for Danielle.
Danielle, please come and join us. Danielle is your choice. Well done. Come with that, Danielle, see? What's an internet buyer, Danielle?
Well, I basically work in procurement.
Procurement? That's
Yeah.
buying, isn't it?
Yeah,
Getting
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, I buy over the internet through reverse auctions.
Are you a risk taker, do you think?
Yeah, I'd say I was, yeah.
You need
I
to
would.
take risks in this game. Donna will tell you that. The situation is this. You both have 10 chips and 2 accelerators. Make sure you use those chips to cover the right answer or you'll be out of the game. Danielle, you are on your first duel. Donna, you are now on your second duel. 4 duels wins you the jackpot, which currently stands at £158,000. Donna and Danielle, let's duel. First question of this duel. The singer Leslie Garrett has what type of voice? A, tenor. B, contralto. C, soprano. D, baritone. Always remember, you need to cover the correct answer, Danielle. If you've got doubts, use those chips. But on the other hand, you need to save some. Remember what happened to Fran. Left with one at the end, left her vulnerable. Danielle is locked down. And Donna has locked down. You've been watching Donna play from over there, haven't you? Mm-hmm. What do you think she's played on this one?
I don't think she actually knew what the answer was, to be honest.
So you think she may have played all 4?
Yeah, maybe 3.
Maybe 3 or 4. Let's lose the screen. Danielle, you're in the game whatever happens here. Donna, you need it to be contralto or soprano. Leslie Garrett sings with what type of voice? And the answer is C, soprano. Expensive in terms of chips for you, Danielle. You lose 3. Donna loses 1. £4,000 is added to our jackpot, which takes it up to £162,000. Danielle has 7 chips. Donna has 9 chips. You both have both accelerators. Next question. Which of these extinct birds was once native to the island of Mauritius? A, moa. B, dodo. C, great auk. D, passenger pigeon. Make sure you're not sucked in to failing to cover the correct answer. Donna has locked down. She's a chip tapper. OK. You both seem to be agonising a little bit over that one. Let's lose the screen. Obviously, both struggled badly. What was your first instinct, Danielle?
Well, dodo, obviously.
When you hear the word extinct and you see the word dodo, it sort of shouts at you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you just didn't have the guts to
know.
go with
I
dodo
didn't
on
have
its
the
own.
guts.
And you're the same?
Absolutely, yeah. Never heard of any of the others, but...
Well, if it is dodo, you might have both missed a very good chance of not losing 3 chips. The answer to the question is... B, dodo. Is that a bit frustrating?
Yeah, slightly. Shouldn't have doubted myself, really.
Yeah, well, it's great news for the jackpot. The jackpot goes up to £168,000. But now Donna has 6 chips left and Danielle has 4. Next question. According to the nursery rhyme, who is treated with vinegar and brown paper after an accident? Is it A, Jack, B, Humpty Dumpty, C, Dr. Foster, or D, Wee Willie Winky? Accelerator has been played by Donna. And Danielle is locked down pretty quickly. Do you think you panicked her?
No.
Do you think it's a pretty easy question?
Yes.
Let's lose the screen. both think it's a pretty easy question. You're both very, very confident it's Jack. It may have been a waste of an accelerator. The answer is A, Jack. Absolutely correct. All that's been lost there is one accelerator from Donna. Let's have the next question. On a standard mobile phone keypad, which number key features the letter J? A, 4, B, 5, C, 6, D, 7. Danielle has locked down and played her accelerator. Do you think you managed to get her to play 4, Danielle?
No.
You don't think
Honestly,
so?
no. I think, no, 1, I'm confident she knew that.
You think you both know it? Let's lose the screen. Not that confident. Hastily using your fingers there, adding up.
Yeah, I wanted to sort of hold my phone and do
Yeah.
some predictive texting, but I thought, no, I'm hoping that I've got that right.
Well, you'll have to be hoping that you've got it right. You've only played 1 chip. And what was your worry, Donna?
I was just worried that there were 2 letters on the number 1 rather than 3.
OK. If it's A, then you're both still in the game. If it's B, you've won your second duel. The answer is B5. Donna, you have won your second duel, and you look like you didn't expect that to happen. Absolutely fantastic. A minimum of £10,000 is available to you very shortly.
Well
Danielle, all those fingers, all that counting.
Oh, my God.
That is such a shame, and that is the trouble. That is the way that it works.
Yeah.
One mistake, one error, and you're out. You had 4 chips. You could have covered them all, but that
Well
one
done,
mistake,
Donna.
Thank you.
sadly, sends you out of the game.
Okay.
Danielle, thank you very,
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I've never seen anybody look so shocked that they won. You were absolutely sure it was going to be A, weren't you?
Absolutely
And that
certain,
little bit of caution won it for
I
you.
was regretting doing it as well. I thought,
it was good
bless
play.
you.
Now, it's decision time again. You need to decide between these chips, which mean that you're going to play on, or you can choose one of these 2 chips and take some cash home with you. One of these chips, underneath it has a little pound sign. That means you can take £10,000 home. The other one has a percentage sign. That means you can take 10% of the jackpot, which is currently £170,000. So one of those chips is worth £17,000. The first decision you have to make now is to pick one of those chips so you know how much money you can take home right now. It's the percentage. Just to show, the other one is the pound sign. That's the £10,000. £17,000 you can have right now. If you play on 2 more duels, you get to the jackpot. It's currently £170,000. Let's have a look at the 3 people you could be playing against. We've already seen Alan, who's 56, and a porter. You've already turned him down once. We've got Kia, 43, a sales manager. You've turned him down as well. Here's your new option. Paul, 32, a restaurateur.
I've never turned so many men down in an evening.
Choose the chips and play on, or take the cash. Chips or cash. Your decision.
It was always going to be the cash.
£17,000 is a lot of money. Say goodbye, please, to Donna, our £17,000 winner. So, what would you have done? Would you have taken the money or played on for the jackpot? If you think that you can do better than Donna and want to get hold of the 10 chips that could change your life, then go to itv.com/duel to apply to be on the show. But hurry, because auditions start soon. So that means we need 2 new players, and what we do at this point is we pick the 2 people that have been waiting the longest, and they are Alan and Kia. Please come and join us, gents. A porter.
Yep.
Where are you a porter? What do you port?
I ports for Manchester University.
Right. Students?
Students.
Do they all like to think they know everything, these students?
They like to think they do, but they don't.
Yeah, they certainly don't know where the washing machine is half the time, do they? Long time waiting, isn't it, when you're standing up there?
I was beginning to think I was going to pay council tax.
Kia, you're a sales manager. What sort of things do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to do a little bit of dancing, actually.
I knew that you like to do a bit of dancing. And you've got children, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Both of them are very good dancers. And on the back of that, I was sort of coached into joining a team.
The dance team with your children in it?
No, it was an adult team only. But we competed last year in the UK Nationals. And
so what sort of dance are we talking about?
It's disco freestyle. So a little bit of disco, a bit of rock and roll.
See, normally for most kids, dad dancing is so embarrassing, but you're like an award-winning disco dad. Well, I'm hoping if you win a duel, you might show us some of your moves.
I doubt it.
Actually, I'm rather hoping not, in fact. So the situation is this. You both have 10 chips. You both have 2 accelerators. 4 duels wins you the jackpot. Kia, Alan, let's duel. First question. Which cricket ground is home to Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club? A. Trent Bridge. B. Old Trafford. C. The Oval. Or D. Edgbaston.
Good to get a sports one first, eh?
You know it.
Isn't it brilliant? Isn't it brilliant? We've had ladies and ladies and ladies before you who've played the game in such a grown-up way, and we get the gents in there doing little tricks and trying to psych each other out and laughing at each other. It's great. I love to see it. I love to see that extremely competitive juvenile attitude. Let's use the screen. You're both fairly confident that you knew it. Let's hope that you did. It's a long time to wait to go out after one question. You think that the answer is A, Trent Bridge. The answer is A, Trent Bridge. Right, let's just take a minute or two. Time for these two to take a breath and time for you to make a cuppa. But that's all. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Duel, where, as always, things are tense. This is the situation. You've still got all of your chips. You've still got both of your accelerators. Let's have the next question. In which county is the Glastonbury Music Festival held? A. Devon. B. Hampshire. C. Gloucestershire. Or D. Somerset. If you get this one wrong, Alan, your students won't be very impressed with you, will they?
I won't be very impressed with me.
And your kids won't be very impressed with you, Kia, if you get this one wrong, will they?
Well, my oldest is only 11. I don't think she's been to Glastonbury yet.
Devon, Hampshire, Gloucestershire, Somerset. Alan has locked down. Alan was the first to lock down. Do you think that student experience has been a help to him there, Kia?
Probably better experience than anything I can offer on that one, so, yeah.
Do you think he knows the answer?
I think he might do, yes.
What about Kia? Do you think Kia knows the answer?
I think he does. I think he's probably put 2 down just to be on the safe side.
Let's lose the screen. You were struggling a little bit, Kia, there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun for the first question when you absolutely, definitely knew the answer. That one, the chips were going down, the chips were coming back up again. You're very, very confident it's Somerset. If it is Somerset, you're both still in the game. If it's anything else, you're out of the game. Glastonbury is held in Somerset. So, Kia, you lose 2 chips and £2,000 is added to the jackpot, taking it up to £172,000. Alan, a perfect start. Still has 10 chips, still has both of his accelerators. Must be feeling quite chuffed.
Oh,
quite
no.
confident.
You start to doubt yourself. You think, I know it, but then you...
Did you nearly change your mind?
I was going to put another on Gloucestershire because they're both quite close, but...
Well, you didn't, and you've still got 10 chips. Kia has 8 chips. All the accelerators are intact. Next question. What kind of dog is President Bush's pet Barney? A, a Scottish Terrier. B, a Springer Spaniel. C, a Labrador. Or D, a Beagle. I think we're all thinking that the word Blair was going to come up there, weren't we? The most important thing is make sure you cover the right answer. Any wrong answer is the end of the game for you. Alan's locked down, and Kia's locked down. I found it was a tough question, Alan. Do you think that Kia found it a tough question?
Yes.
Do you think Alan found it a tough question?
Yes, I think he's done the same as me.
I think the world found that a tough question. That was a tough question. You've both done the sensible thing. You've covered all the options. You're both definitely in the game. And out of interest, I'd love to know what President Bush's dog is. Barney is A, and the answer is A, a Scottish Terrier. Very nearly didn't put one on A, did you?
That was the last one I'd have thought it would have been.
Well, it's the last one you put down, right at the end. Were you tempted to try and save a chip and keep one?
Yes.
So lucky you didn't.
Yes.
And the great news for the jackpot is you both lose 3 chips. That's £6,000 added to the jackpot. The jackpot is now £178,000. Alan has 7 chips. Kia has 5 chips. You both have your accelerators. Let's have the next question. Which of these is not a weapon in the standard UK edition of the board game Cluedo? A, spanner. B, rope. C, hammer. D, candlestick. It's a long time since I've played. Ooh. Right, Kia has locked down and played his accelerator. And Alan has locked down. I think from the flurry of activity, you may have panicked him. There was a lot of noise going on there.
I was certainly hoping.
I knew 2, but I wasn't sure of the other 2.
Yeah.
So I know if he's at a college, the students will have lost all the bits, so he's not going to know that one.
Absolutely. Let's lose the screen. A perfect use of the accelerator, I would suggest, Kia. When was the last time you played Cluedo?
About 25 years ago when I was a kid.
It must have been a heck of a game for you to be that certain to remember that after 25 years.
I didn't realise what I'd done. I realised afterwards that I'd put 2 on the 2 that I knew that definitely were there, so I wasted 2 there.
You did waste 2
but
there.
I panicked.
Yeah.
He panicked me.
That's what happens. That is a good use of the accelerator. You need it to be C. If it's a hammer, you're still in the game. The answer is C, a hammer. You knew, as you say, it wasn't B or D. You've lost 2 chips because he's played the accelerator. Textbook use of the accelerator, I have to say.
Brilliant.
I have to say. So we lose 3 chips. £3,000 is added to the jackpot, which is now £181,000. And now, Alan has 4 chips and Kia has 5 chips. It's just starting to turn around. Has that annoyed you, Alan?
No, not really. I'm annoyed I've wasted 2 chips.
That's
annoyed me, yeah.
And that will count later on in the game.
It will.
Let's have the next question. Approximately how many bones are there in the adult human body? A, 108. B, 208. C, 308. D, 408. It's a sort of question you feel you've heard before, but you just can't reach for the answer. Or maybe you can. Maybe one of you is very, very confident. Chips are running out. You've got to be a little bit more circumspect. You're both in a position just at the moment to cover. Alan has locked down and played the accelerator. And Kia has locked down. Were you inspired to play the accelerator by his beautiful use of it in the last question?
I just needed to get something going, get some momentum going.
I can tell you that you've both played 2 And I can also tell you that they're not in the same places.
Oh.
Let's lose the screen. Now, you both agree on B, but A and C is where the dissent comes. 108 or 208, says Kia. Why did you choose those numbers?
I just can't believe there's more than 208 bones in a body.
Alan, why did you choose those middle two? Did you feel you'd heard this question before?
Yes, it's somewhere in the back of my mind, but you can never be sure.
A lot of doubt here, and yet the only thing you do agree on is B, 208. The answer is B, 208. When I was about to reveal the answer, did you have that sort of slightly sick feeling in your stomach that maybe you should have covered more?
It's never gone away. It's been there from the
Well, you're
start.
both still in the game, which is great news. But you both lose a chip, so £2,000 is added to the jackpot, which now goes up to £183,000. Alan, you now have 3 chips. You will never again be able to cover all 4 options.
Yeah, exactly.
Kia, you have 4 chips, down to the last 4. Next question. According to the carol, The 12 Days of Christmas, what did my true love send on the 8th day? A, 8 maids a-milking. B, 8 ladies dancing. C, 8 geese a-laying. Or D, 8 swans a-swimming. Accelerator has been played by Kia. Do you think you've played it effectively, Kia?
I hope so.
He only had 3. How many do you think he played?
I think he's played all 3.
You're not a bad judge.
He's already told you. Let's lose the screen. You need it to be 8 maids a-milking. You very, very confident?
When I put the chip down, yes.
Not so much now. Why did you choose those 3? Did you have any idea at all, Alan?
I thought it was A, but I couldn't afford to be left with chips in my hand. It's no good, that.
Well, if it is A, you're both still in the game. The answer is A. 8 maids a-milking. He's really made you pay with those accelerators, hasn't he,
He
Alan?
certainly has, yeah.
He really has, because now you're down to 1. You lose 2 more chips. £2,000 is added to the jackpot, which is now £185,000. 4 chips for Kia. He can play safe. 1 chip for Alan. You need to get it right every single time now to stay in. Here's the next question. According to the hit song by Katie Melua, how many bicycles in Beijing are there? A, 3 million. B, 5 million. C, 7 million. Or D, 9 million. Ooh. It's tough, isn't it, when it's numbers? When they're consecutive numbers,
Yeah,
there's always
exactly.
a little bit of doubt, isn't there? It's like when they're years. You always think, yeah, I'm fairly sure, but it could just as easily be.
Oh, well, got nothing to lose.
You had 1 chip.
And 1 chip.
You've gone for it. Do you think that Kia knew the answer?
Yes.
So you think he's played 1 chip as well?
Yes.
Let's lose the screen.
Not the foggiest.
Kia, you're still in the game, whatever happens. Alan, it needs to be 7 million bicycles. If it isn't 7 million bicycles, you're out of the game. The answer is D, 9 million bicycles in Beijing, according to Katie Melua. Well done, Kia. First duel, you're on the way to the jackpot. Excellent news. Alan, you started a perfect game.
There's only one way to go from there.
1 mistake.
Yeah.
And what a question to get it on, all those numbers. But you've made that 1 mistake, and Alan, we have to say
Thanks.
goodbye. Well done. Well done. So, Kia has taken his first step towards the jackpot, and we're going to find out who he chooses to play against in his second duel right after this break. Well, Welcome back. Before the break, Keir had just won his first duel. 3 more duels and you'll have won the jackpot. 1 more duel and you've got at least £10,000. In your way, of course, is going to be another contestant, but it's your job to choose them. Let's have a look at the 3 options. First of all, Paul, 32, a restaurateur. Then we also have Sylvia, 52, a hairdresser. And thirdly, we have Simon, 33, a bingo caller. Who do you want to be sitting opposite? Who do you fancy your chances against?
Well, Paul's looking extremely confident there, so we'll leave him alone.
Oh.
Sylvia, don't know, hairdresser, spend a lot of time chatting, gossiping, and a bingo caller.
Yeah.
A bingo caller. Not really sure what I can say about a bingo caller, so I'd like to bring Simon down, please.
Simon, please come down and join us.
All the best.
Simon, you're obviously relishing the challenge.
Come on.
You've been thinking about this moment. This is your big moment. A bingo caller.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually a little bit more special than a bingo caller.
Right.
I work for an internet gaming site, and the site...
Hold on. So you're an internet
I'm an internet bingo caller, yes.
How can you be an internet bingo caller? You obviously don't use your voice, do you?
Yeah, I'm live on
I
a
see,
screen,
it's
and the
played
game's
out.
played live.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's not going to be any good to you here, though,
No,
sadly.
obviously not.
This is the situation. You've watched him.
Yep.
He's good. He's very good on the accelerator.
Likes his accelerators,
He loves
doesn't
the
he?
accelerator. Any areas of weakness you've seen? Don't necessarily have to tell us what they are. Anything you plan to
Apart from his
explore?
receding hairline, none whatsoever.
Whatsoever. That's what we like to see. Get a bit of edge into the competition. Right, this is the situation. You both have 10 chips. You both have both of your accelerators. Simon, you are on your first duel. Keir, you are on your second duel. 4 duels wins you the jackpot, which currently stands at £189,000. Keir, Simon, let's duel. Here's the first question. Milo, Jake, Bella and Fizz are better known as which children's characters? A, the Teletubbies. B, the Wiggles. C, the Fimbles. Or D, the Tweenies. Anybody with children of a certain age will be screaming this out, and I'm one of those people. Here, you've got young children, relatively young children. Should know this. Or maybe they don't know this. Oh, it's locked down.
That's all right. It's fine.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for permission. You got kids, Simon?
I've got a little lad of 19 months.
19 months. Possibly a little bit too young. Possibly, yeah, it's lovely.
He's more into his in the night garden. You know this, don't you?
I might do.
You've only put one down.
It's my favourite programme.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
It's out on DVD as well.
Yeah.
Probably download it on the internet.
God, I'm glad I've never been stuck in a lift with you.
Now then. It's just a matter of elimination, Ian. Isn't it, really? Teletubbies, Wiggles, Fimbles, Tweenies, Milo, Jake, Bella, Fizz.
Better to cover them all at this stage.
No, do you reckon?
They're building up a bit of a double act, aren't they? They're going to finish with a song.
We could call ourselves the Symbolics. I could be Sim, and he could be...
Yeah. Very good. Both locked down. You're sure he knows it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's lose the screen. Okay. You've both got 10 chips, and yet you've both chosen to play just 1 chip. You need it to be the Tweenies. Milo, Jake, Bella and Fizz are better known as... The answer is... Yes, it's D, the Tweenies. No chips have been lost. The jackpot stays where it is. £189,000. Next question. In which year was the M25 motorway officially opened? A, 1976. B, 1980. C, 1986. D, 1990. were you doing at the time? Probably stuck in a traffic jam, I should imagine. What were you doing in those years? Accelerator has been played by Keir, and he's locked down. And Simon has been locked down. Let's lose the screen. Very confident opening, and now you both lose 3 chips. Whatever happens, you're both in the game. The answer is C, 1986. Both of you lose 3 chips. £6,000 is added to the jackpot, which goes up to £195,000. Keir has 7 chips. Simon has 7 chips. Keir has played one of his accelerators. Simon, you have both of yours. Let's have the next question. Which spirit is an ingredient in a Harvey Wallbanger cocktail? A, brandy. B, rum. C, whiskey. D, vodka. Are you a cocktail sort of a person, Simon?
I used to work in a restaurant that served cocktails. I used to work behind the bar. I used to make cocktails.
Right. Were you any good at it?
Well,
we're going to
find out. Yeah, we're not
going to
bad.
find out in a minute, aren't we?
Yeah.
Both of you were very cocky in the first couple of questions. There seems to be a little more doubt in the room now. A bit more doubt around the table. Keep looking at that jackpot. It puts the pressure on, doesn't it? 195,000. So, Keir has locked down.
It's not so easy once you're up, is it?
No. You've got the chips, remember.
I don't think you need to bluff now, so you must be struggling.
You know the questions, you know the questions, don't you?
Absolutely.
It's better be safe than sorry.
Absolutely, always. Keir's locked down, remember?
Yeah.
No pressure. Both locked down. Keir, Simon used to mix cocktails in a restaurant. How many chips has he played?
Maybe just a couple.
Let's lose the screen. It's a long time to come to the conclusion that you didn't have a clue, wasn't it, really? You seem to waver a little bit over vodka.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a dark spirit, but best safe than sorry. I was hoping he'd play an accelerator, just to speed me up.
You think that it's a dark spirit?
Yeah, so it's not vodka.
You're both in the game. You're both going to lose 3 chips. The answer is D, vodka. That'll be that dark vodka that they have, then, won't it?
I should have paid more attention at cocktail school, shouldn't I?
I tell you what, I'm glad I never came to your restaurant. The point is, you're still in the game. We lose 6 chips. £6,000 is added to the jackpot, which means that the jackpot is now £201,000. £201,000 it's gone up to. We haven't even finished the second show. So where it could go, who knows? Simon,
yes,
you have got 4 chips. Keir, you have got 4 chips. Let's have the next question. Which letter is in between X and V on a QWERTY keyboard? Is it A? A. Is it B? B. Is it C? C. Or is it D? D. You win one more duel, Keir. You've got at least £10,000 to take home with you if you choose. accelerator has been played by Simon. And Keir has locked down. How many do you think that he's played?
I think he knows it.
You think he knows it?
Yeah.
You think he's played the one?
Yeah.
Let's lose the screen. Simon had 4 chips. Simon's played 4 chips. That's what you have to do when you've got no clue at all. You've got to keep yourself in the game. And he's done that. Whatever happens, he's in the game. You obviously, for some reason, felt that it couldn't be A. Why is that, Keir?
In hindsight, I have no idea.
It's not a nice place to be, is it?
No, absolutely.
When you could be on the verge of winning at least £10,000, to suddenly look down and think, I should have covered all 4 and I've got the chips to do it. That's a little bit upsetting, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's hope it's not A.
It's
No, let's hope it is A.
If it's A, you're going home.
OK.
The answer is C. It means 5 more chips go. £5,000 is added to the jackpot. The jackpot is £206,000, and we're in a pretty... Yeah. I was about to say we're in a pretty crucial segment of the game. Indeed we are, but sadly that's all the time that we have got. And here in the studio it is incredibly tight. Keir is on his second duel. He's got 1 chip advantage over you, Simon. It's too close to call. Find out who might take the next step to that £206,000 jackpot next week here on Duel. Good night.
There's a comedy and a set, but how will Fizz from Coronation Street cope without a script? Paul Merton hosts the comedy sketch show Thank God You're Here, next.